Hey you guys, it's me, DeJa Skye from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14 and All-Star Season 10, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to continue our series with a brand new episode of Get Into This Mug. This is where I recreate some of my All-Stars 10 sisters' iconic, legendary mugs. Now, the mug I'm about to do. Pause. Hold. Everyone hold. The mug I'm about to do is iconic for all the wrong reasons. It's infamous. And it literally is a mug that an entire episode of Drag Race revolved around. And it is a mug that is not pretty. We are going to recreate Tina Burner's rainbow wig mug. Now, I had an idea for a while about this, and we're going to treat this as like a little test run. So, rather than recreate that hideous mug of hers, I wanted to DeJafy it. I wanted to like yassify it, make it good and pretty and gorgeous. And so that's what we're going to do. So rather than copy it verbatim, we're going to basically fix it. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Compliment the makeup. Hopefully it looks better at the end of the video. I mean, are we doubtful that it's going to look better? I mean. So in Tina's defense, Mama is a brick. She is a handsome fella, okay? Doesn't translate to drag mostly, but there are so many things in this space, in this particular makeup that I'm like, where did you think you were going? Okay, so the first thing we need to address is the fucking brows, okay? Moment of silence for whoever thought that downward turn brows were feminizing. Now, I don't know Tina's drag. I am not in her head. I don't know if her thing is to feminize. Maybe she wanted to masculinize. I don't know. The fact that the brows are, first of all, this thick and turned downward. We are going to arch them up, feminize the face. Not every drag queen's strength is makeup. However, I feel like as a drag artist, your canvas should at least look... Actually, no. I can't tell an artist how to do their art. But as a makeup girl, the canvas is the first thing I'm going to look at when I see you. So we're going to arch and feminize this brow. So like any brow, whenever I'm doing it, I'm arching it up and doing it out. My philosophy of makeup is I want everything up or out. I never want anything down. Ever in life, I never want it down. I don't want to be let down by a brow, okay? Now, I don't know why she wore this rainbow wig and did a natural brown brow. Okay, so cute. This is up. I mean, it's archy, it's feminine. It gives you way more eye space than a downward. Like, literally. That's what the brow was doing. Actually worse. It was literally that. And, like, that thickness of brow that she had on was wild, Tina. It was wild. Literally, the inner part was double this. The brows are fine. For now, the brows are gonna be what they are, and we were gonna fix this. This brow is gorgeous. This brow needs a little bit of work. Literally, for me, I think the biggest offense of this makeup was the brows. So I think as long as they come out decent, it's a step up from what was going on with that brow, mama. We should keep that brow in the past. Never bring it out to light again. The wig I'm going to be wearing, it's like a yassified version of it. My friend, Ornan, made it for me. So it's going to be pink, yellow, and orange. And it's like vibrant neon. That's all I had. That was that vibe. And I was like, look, we're going to make it a yassified. I could tell what she was going for. But intention does not equate execution. So we're going to keep the essence. We're still going to do a smoky eye. And she likes to blend it out with an orange. So we're going to do that. I love a smoky eye. I love a smoky eye. But the first thing we're going to do is put down this color. So the orange we're going to use is from BH. Girl, you know, Mama has hit pan on a couple of these colors, blue and white. But we're going to go in with this really vibrant orange. And we are going to start mapping out this eye. And her makeup, everything is turned down. So we don't want that. We want everything to be lifted, shifted, higher than the ceiling. Ooh-wee. It's the ultimate feeling. Then I'm gonna start tapping this orange into the wet base to blend her out. We are going to take, I'm not going to take white, I'm actually going to take this beige color and we're going to put that in the brow bone. Right here. I don't want white there. I want it to blend in pretty. Look at that. Oh, look at that, America. Let's just like add in some black and see what we're doing. I'm gonna keep it low at first. I'm gonna keep it very in the socket line at first. Okay. And I want to keep this here. Because if you just take your black shadow instantly up, regretting all of it. Okay, we're gonna keep it kind of in this realm. Same thing as I did with the orange. Wipe off the extra and just push that product, disperse it out. Because I don't think she knew what she was doing. I still don't. Just kidding. Her makeup has gotten a lot better. So then taking that same brush that we used for the orange, and then now we can really melt these colors together. Being mindful, you don't want your entire lid or your entire eye to be black. I mean, if you want to, sure, but you want it to blend, darling. This is what I like to do for my smoky eye if I'm doing it black. You can honestly do a smoky eye with any color. I've done a full purple smoky eye, a blue smoky eye, but to keep the essence of Miss Burner, we are gonna do, oh my God, why is that so pretty? Why is that so pretty? Hold on, because that is so gorgeous. So I'm gonna take some jet black liner from Anastasia, and I'm gonna take it on my finger. And this is what I like. I just like to cover my entire lid with black. It saves with time. That way I don't have to do it. I'm keeping it on mainly my lid. I said mainly my lid because I got it everywhere on the bottom. I have nails. I'm getting used to the nails, okay? I'm getting used to having nails. So now we are gonna take the same black shadow and we are gonna set this. I'm not adding any black on the inner corner because we are going to add some color in there. So I don't want any black there. This is why I love doing my eyes first, because I can literally just load up on black and I don't worry about it. And when I'm doing the edges, I'm also pressing, taking that black brush, and now we're just gonna blend some more. Keep in mind, you just added a bunch of black shadow, okay? So wipe your brush off every now and then, because you have a bunch of black shadow down. If you're just gonna swipe, wipe, push, pull, your entire eye is gonna turn black. Do you see how it's blending? It's gradiating, and I'm pushing. I always push my product where the concentrated part is here, and I push it little by little outward. And then for me, and it's weird because a lot of people love doing smoky eyes, and like I do too, but a lot of people find it like an easy thing, and I feel like with smoky eyes, you almost have to like blend even harder, because if not, you gonna look crazy. I'm gonna keep the black more concentrated on the inside for now. I may wing it out, but for now I'm just gonna keep the black where I want it. Just gonna reintroduce some orange, keeping the orange very concentrated around the black. Any concealer brush or anything that you use, I like to reintroduce it, and that way I can really blend and keep the color where I need it. So I don't want the color to be all the way over here. So just taking like, this is my concealer brush, and just kind of like pouncing it in there. So it fades that out. See that blend? It just fades it out, opens that back up. I do this with any color I do. So I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, and then we are gonna chisel and add some dimension to the face. So now let's work on the complexion. Now, first thing we're gonna do. Tina Burner, if you're watching this, and I hope you are, again, your makeup has gotten better. The fact, the audacity that you thought you could have an unblended brow highlight boggled my mind. The fact that you just took white, just did a line, didn't blend it out. I don't know where you learned that from. I just take my foundation color and I'll just clean up the top brow, just so it's not like a freaking highlight. I think like the people that really started to do that was like Yada, Roxy back in the day. But there are certain things we should just leave in the past. Certain things. I am all for homaging classic drag. I have heard it time and time again. I've said it time and time again on this channel. Classic drag is there. But there are certain trends that I just don't think we need to bring back. And one of those is an unblended brow highlight, Miss Tina. But the eye does look cute right now. The biggest thing for me that I thought it was so funny is I'm like, okay, Tina, I don't know. Okay, Tina, hi sister. You know that you are like a masculine faced person. You know, we can't all be, a plastique or like, a me. Just kidding. The fact that you have that face, that brick of a face, and you have no dimension on that face. Everything is one color. That's what's mind-boggling to me. I would think like as an artist that you would like, okay, so I don't have this, so let me fix that. That's what I would think as an artist, It took me a long time to learn my face, what I want to hide, what I want to, portray. In my mind, I can get away, at times with not contouring heavy and stuff, because I like a more round face. But like, Miss Burner, that's not a brick, that's a brick house. And I also want to know the backstory of this. I don't want to bring it up because I feel like she'll like be like, oh girl, like love Tina, but I'm like, I don't know if she wants to hear this anymore. That's why I was like, let me yassify it, because I don't think she wants another person cosplay as Rainbow Wig Tina. Honestly, y'all, this makeup may turn out crunch. This makeup may turn out worse than what she had on, and that's okay. You are in for this journey. Adding it in the T-zone. This is nothing new. This is just going to feminize the face. Also, too, who knows? Maybe this was a really quick mug. Maybe this was a really quick mug. Maybe this was a mug that she took forever on. You never know. And we will never know because I don't think that she will tell us. Okay, so next thing we are going to do, she has a skosh of blush. A skosh. I think she went like that with the blush. A skosh. That's it. So blush to me is going to lively up any type of mug that you do. That's just a me thing. Blush is in. Blush has always been in with me. I've always been obsessed with blush. I don't think there's one time that I've ever intentionally not worn blush. So that's what we're going to do. And since we're doing an orange eye, let's do some orangey blush. Why not? Actually, no. We're going to do some like orange pink. We're going to mix some things. So I'm taking my curve case. Love this thing, by the way. I kind of want to do like orange to pink. Let's try it. There's this really hot orange. I don't know what this is going to give. If I hate it, I'm going to be mad. Nope, that's not working. Maybe this hot orange? This is going to be too bright. We can work with that. Because we can mute it down with powder. For anyone trying to feminize your face, if you want to look more lifted and cunty, concentrate everything more up, okay? If you want to look more cute, demure, round everything. So bring your blush in really here and kind of round out your cheek. If you want to look more cunty and more up, more ferocious, you want to lift everything. So you want your blush to be up, more temple, more around here. But I always because I like this. I always bring in my blush just because when I put down concealer, I feel like you can almost like the blush looks like it's coming from within the skin. Adding some concealer just in the center of your face. This is usually where I like the lightness to hit. And then I always take some, like a little bit on all the high planes that I concealed earlier. Just like literally a dab. I don't even think she's wearing any type of contour on, and I'm just seeing one image. Who knows? The only contour I see is this dark ass forehead. That's all the contour I see. These are my favorite sticks. These are the Anastasia shadow stick. Y'all know the drill with this. The darkest here. We are going to take the darkest just right on the outer corner. I'm not gonna go crazy. It just looks like a sideburn right now. And then we are just gonna do a little bit on the forehead. We are not gonna do anything crazy. And get rid of this jaw, round it out, and then the normal will go here. And again, with contour, I try to lift everything. So normal contour will kind of go down. I'm trying to lift and feminize and just make it more. Also, thank you everyone for the comments. You guys have been amazing. I love that you guys have been loving the series. And the comments I'm seeing are amazing. How you guys say that like I'm like very soothing and like it puts into perspective so much, because as any YouTuber you think to yourself, okay, what's going to set me apart? Or why are people going to resubscribe? And like anyone, as much as people say that people don't have personality, everyone has a personality, just not everyone has a big personality. And so watching YouTubers, Patrick Star, Nikki Tutorials, and seeing other Drag Race girls like Trixie and Willem, their personalities are very big, they're very bold. And like I have that essence. It's just I have more of a calmer essence than most. And so I kind of felt like maybe the reason why people weren't tuning in was because I didn't have that huge big personality. But seeing comments saying like, we love that about your channel, that it's calming, that it's soothing, thank you. For the cheek, I'm gonna go light to dark first. I just love these sticks because it just creates a shadow. I know I talk about this all the time. I just love these things. And they work for every skin tone. I recently just did a tutorial on someone's YouTube channel that you will see very soon. And she is a Caucasian woman, and these worked for her. Gorge. See, there's dimension on your face. There's actually angles. And so we're gonna add even, I don't usually cut my cheek, but I think that we should drag this fucker up. So I'm gonna take my first stick and I am going to cut ever so slightly. And then I'm gonna take my foundation brush and blend her out first, then my sponge, just to soften it and make sure there's no extra product. And the last thing to do is just blend out the concealer. Look, there's dimension. You see contour, you see blush, and it's all blended together. Now don't get it twisted. Just because you're adding dimension onto your face does not mean you should not blend. If all else fails, blend. Let's finish off this eye. What we're gonna do is we are gonna add some more. I'm gonna add some more orange to this eye. I feel like it kind of is losing the orange. Now we are gonna add some black to the outer corner. I'm only gonna maybe go in a little bit more than halfway. And then take that brush that we used the black with, and now we can really push the black out. Because remember, we kept the black really concentrated. So now we can really, if we want to go wing, if we want to go sharp. Y'all, mama, summer is here already. In Vegas, this heat is hitting with a vengeance, honey. I'm from Central California and we're hot too, but Vegas is literally like bipolar hot. And then I'm gonna take a like angled flat brush. I'm gonna really get close to the lash line with it. Now here's another technique. I saw this, oh my God, I don't know her name, but I saw this on TikTok, and I usually do this for any time I do something dark. It's called burning your edges. I think that's what it's called. Oh my God, do not quote me. But when you have all this, you kind of want to finesse and fine tune. So when you have black, take a pressed powder. This is the brightening powder from Made by Mitchell. This is what I use for my under eye. And just get any kind of brush. Pick up, I'm not going to pick the brightest, but pick up some product and use this to kind of like blur your edges. If that makes sense. Look at that. It blurs, it blends, and you can take it up. I usually take it up brow bone. Do you see? Like, look at this compared to this. I need some more blush because she had none on her freaking face. I'm gonna take this really, it's really pretty bright orange right here. Ooh, that's such a pretty color. So we're gonna concentrate it just on like the high point of my cheek and bring that into the shadow a little bit too, to kind of blur it all together, blow it out. Then I want to take some pink. I want to give it some dimension. I'm going to take Think Pink, this color right here. We're going to add that on this kind of half. So it's real 80s. It's real gorge. Then I want to take a light pink. Is it raining? Y'all, it's freaking raining. Las Vegas, explain. Oh my God. I'm gonna take some of this baby pink just on the apple of my cheek. Oh my God. Oh, mama. I am going to not contour my forehead. There's already dimension there and I want it to stay that color. What I've been doing lately too for my jaw, I've been like warming up my jaw with like a warmer color, just my jaw area. Just because I don't want that to be super dark. Okay, now to warm up the complexion and finish it off, we're taking my Juvia's. And this is just a finishing powder. It gets rid of texture in my mind. And it also blurs all of your, blends it all together. Blends all of your gorgeous work together. And you can fix the edges like on your jawline and stuff. This nose. If y'all see this nose is crooked. Look at this picture. That nose is crooked. Cricket. It's an easy fix with contour. But that nose was not nosing. So let's straighten and whittle down this nose. My goal in drag is to look like it's not even breathing. And this is just a me preference. I like a warm nose contour. Obviously that defeats the purpose because cool tone is gonna make it look small. But I don't want my nose to be the focal point of my face, if that makes sense. I want my eyes to be the focal point of my face. So my nose is pretty simple. It's just we gotta make it straight. And then also too, and this, I'm telling you, it would change everything on her face. So she has a very like flat brow bone. Like her brow bone doesn't go in and dip and all that stuff. But because she put all that shimmer there, if you just take your contour and just cut this right here, it'll make it look like your nose has like a dip in it. And it would really like feminize if she would have done that. Because her nose looks extra long because it's literally just going all the way up. So it looks extra long. She uses a shimmer. Let's use a shimmer. But let's use a shimmer in let's use a shimmer in the right way. What I hate most about, actually, I hate everything about this nose. But, so you contoured your nose, right? You put your little handlebars. Then you added your shimmer and it bled over. So it just made your nose look even bigger. If you're going to add some shimmer, it should stay in the inner part of your nose and make your nose look small. Unless that's what you want to go for. I'm not judging you. I'm just judging Tina. So taking some shimmer, boom. That's it. Then take your contour brush, whittle it down a little bit more. Look at that. I can barely breathe. Oh my, I'm suffocating. She added shimmer in these brows. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Just touching up my under eye brightening. Do you see how when you add the brightening powder, it like blends your blush into your skin? So this is without, and you know, it's still fine, but look how blended and gorgeous that is. And then I'm gonna whittle down this nose a little bit more. I'm gonna take that darker shade and go along the edges of my nose contour. Because the thing about nose contour is if you would put dark all over your nose would look whiter. Add some dimension into these brows, and by dimension, I mean some brow strokes. Just adding some strokes into your brow, it makes it look, quote unquote, natural. This is the part that I was very excited about. We are going to add some yellow on the inner corner, like a very vibrant yellow. I want to add that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some P. Louise base. I don't have a vibrant yellow base, but as long as it's some sort of yellow, even if you have white, just do white. But we are going to take this all on this inner corner because I want this to be yellow, honey. And I don't have a yellow pigment, but my sister from another bracket, Miss Acid Betty. I'm gonna use her neon palette, and she has this bright neon yellow. I think it's gonna look stun. I know it's gonna look stun. So we are not done yet. I wanna add shimmer, and I know that we have the yellow down, so we are gonna take this product. It's Space Dust by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's like a shimmery pigment. I'm gonna pick it up. It's like a gold, and I'm gonna add that right on the inner corner just to add some shimmer. That looks pretty, but I want it to really, really pop. So we're actually going to use the glitter base from Acid Betty. Now let's see how well this pays off now. There we go. Oh, Mother Teresa. You see, I knew it was gonna give the dimension that I want. Oh my God, I was so excited. Oh, yes. Love this palette, by the way. I used this palette this weekend in WeHo. And like, it really does glow in the dark. Like, that's not just like a scheme. It really does glow in the dark. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna do this. I think this is gonna be one of my new eyes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm obviously will change the orange, but you guys, I just love putting highlighter here because I don't like putting it there. It's like I don't have planes on my face. So I just like concentrating it on the apple of my cheek. That way it constantly, well, one, it blends in with my blush. But two, it looks like I'm constantly smiling. What I used was the Ellis Atlantis Celestial Cheek Glaze. Now we just have to do lips. And these lips were not proportioned at all to her face. She had big ass brow, pretty blown out eye, and then little tiny micro lips, okay? So first things first, we gotta overdraw the mother. A cupid's bow is always gonna look more feminine. But if you want your lips to look a lot more juicy, I would even skip the cupid's bow and just round that out. It makes your lips look like that. And she didn't even overdraw her bottom lip, so the proportion was just abysmal. I don't know why she did a brown liner with red, but I think we can find like a happy medium. Kind of like this purple. Because we're gonna add some glitter in the middle. She used like a shimmer, but I think a glitter will probably look better. Do I hate this? I don't know if I hate it or love it. Let me clean up the lips really fast with some foundation. Let's add some glitter and let's see if I love this. The glitter is gorgeous. I'm sold. I am sold on the glitter. I am going to put on some lashes, put on a look, and I will be right back for the DeJafied Tina Burner. Well, you guys, this is my DeJafied Tina the Brick Turner makeup. Now, compliment the makeup if it's good. Compliment. I feel beautiful. I really do feel beautiful. This is exactly what I envisioned. You know, it's just finessing and fine-tuning, getting rid of those horrendous brows, the shimmers that should not have been shimmering, that crooked nose contour, that atrocious lip. I feel like I did that. Comment below if you agree or disagree. Which one was better? The original Tina or the DeJa Burner? Well, you guys, I feel honestly inspired. I feel like there's a lot of like cursed images in the Drag Race realm that I could like DeJafy. I don't know. I feel like inspired. Like, let me know if you guys enjoyed it. If you're like, no, let's just stick to just recreating. That's fine too. I am here to please you guys. But as always, thank you guys again for all the love, the support, the views, because I love and I adore you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. I can't even do this. How does she do this?